Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. Quick look again at KAS, seeing what's going on. We are starting to see this cup and handle pattern play out pretty well, honestly. If we do kind of look at this little bit of a descending channel that we're in, there's a great chance we could see the price action continue further higher, especially since this previous resistance at about 18.2, 18.3 is holding like a champ at this point so far. Again, you got to keep in mind there's a lot of fluctuation. Bitcoin pulled back. But the way that KASPA was doing just before that pullback is a pretty good sign here. So what we can see is some pretty solid stuff there on the surface level. Let's double check a few key factors on the back end here. Just make sure that we understand a little bit more about liquidation levels. And there's not a ton of indication here on the smaller time frame. Last 7 days, we see it kind of spread out. We do look at the monthly though, minus the significant amount at 14 cents, which I think is very unlikely for this moment. We see a lot of liquidation at 20 cents upwards of 22. I'm rounding up and down a little bit there, but just under 20 cents rather, 19.7, 19.8, upwards of 21.5. So those are some areas of liquidation you might want to consider taking some profits in when the price action comes back to that level. And I did say when. Yeah, you're right. That's absolutely correct. I say that because it's almost assumptive that the price is going to continue higher at this point, just based off how well the coin is doing. We haven't broken any descending trends yet. We haven't, or ascending trends. There's no descending type of trends to account for. So let's go ahead and see roughly what the daily time frame looks like. Again, we're above all moving averages. We're running concurrent with the 20-day SMA. Until we break below the 20-day SMA, there's no reason to consider this coin's going to be breaking bearish anytime soon. Okay, so please understand that. I think it's going to take a pretty strong catalyst from Bitcoin to, low 60,000 range. Yeah, we're going to see KASPA pull back. But at this point here, we're under 70 in the RSI. Over 50 is the key takeaway there. Stochastic RSI swinging up. MACD converging. A lot of reasons why this coin is still in good shape. So not a coin worth shorting at this point. I know a lot of folks get pretty tempted considering how high up it is, and I totally understand. But the odds of it breaking down based from a technical standpoint on the macro is pretty low. 4-hour time frame might tell us a different story. We are testing the 20-day SMA, but holding above for the moment. This is at 0.786 fib level at about 18.7. So 18.7 is the tentative support level for us. Secondary to that is the more local high at 18.3. So those are two DCA targets for you if you're curious. I get that question a lot. Figure we touch on that. We can see here as well that the RSI is getting closer to 50. And below that, we can see stochastic swinging down with money flow index kind of low. So MFI being low does imply we could see the price action drop a little further just because there's not a lot of buying pressure. But with it being low, that you could also conversely say that it's low because it's going to recover here soon, and there's going to be more buying pressure because people have sold as much as they can, right? Me personally, when I see that, but combined with MACD, I'm thinking more so in the sense that the price is more likely to come down. Okay, again, just because that shift in momentum, but there's no indication really here at this point, minus a horizontal channel that's kind of telling us that we have any reason to pull back. I mean, this is not a reason to take a short by any stretch. Okay, so we're range bound. That's really the bottom line. Generally, the price action will go range bound once it breaks into a new area of resistance, which we're seeing right now. Okay, so this is all standard stuff. Let's take a look at the hourly and just kind of summarize here with each Ichimoku cloud and kind of see where we're at. Because this coin has been pretty good about honoring the cloud. And what I mean by that is staying above. And when it's above, it stays above. So for example, we've been above the cloud this entire time. And even at this point, if you consider the upper and lower lead, we haven't truly closed below the lower lead on the cloud. So at this point, it does look like it wants to try to break bearish on the short-term time frames, but on the same accord, it hasn't yet either. So I would just kind of hesitate to take a short. But the truth is, conversion lines below the baseline, lagging spans, getting close to being free and clear of the price action, those are all contributing factors to consider a short. And what I mean by a short is just like a tight short, one that you would take and you wouldn't necessarily hold for very long. You secure profits quickly. Okay, so if you do plan on shorting, I would say the areas to short to would be this more local high at about 18.3, somewhere in the range of 18.5 to 18.3. Okay, but that's honestly a better case scenario. I wouldn't consider shorting this if I were you. It just doesn't seem like a good consideration. There's a lot of other coins that have a lot more bearish divergences than this one. Okay, so at this point, long story short is the big picture is looking good for this coin. Okay, smaller picture, maybe pull back a little bit further to local highs, and then we'd launch from there. But I'm still bullish on this coin until it proves otherwise. And at this point, it's showing it has every reason to stay in this range and go higher. All right, so that's what we got there, folks. Again, CryptoCache.tech if you want to become a better trader. Just got to throw it out there. We do have an awesome Discord here. We took some nice profits from 2 ICP shorts this week, 25%, 27%. Also had a lot of other shorts too with Bitcoin. That's a KAS belong technically, but we do have a near protocol and ICP, Bitcoin, and BNB shorts. Either way, I just like to highlight that because it's really positive. Oh, the last thing too to also recommend too, if you are in my community, I just need to highlight this. A lot of people don't realize that I have a trade alert section now that's really helpful and beneficial to kind of get you insight on trades I'm planning to take and kind of the reason why. I also share my live macro charts there as well. Those are newer features. You may have to go to the browse channels and enable show all channels because Discord is weird. It doesn't show new channels that you add to the group. So make sure you enable that. Just want to throw it out there. Thanks again so much for your time. We'll look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.